I just clicked stream and realized that I'm not ready to stream. I didn't have that internal pep talk that I feel like a lot of you are going to understand, where you say, okay, this is what I'm going to say. Hello, I'm glad that you're first, Aaron. But yeah, I didn't pep talk myself. I realized I was already running 3 minutes late and just slid right on in. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to give everybody a minute to come in here. I don't know why. Suddenly I'm having some. That doesn't count when you're first and second. Where is everybody? There we go. There's Tyler. Hello. Okay. I'm not invisible. All right, seriously, I just had to slide in here. I had a lot to do. I was running a little bit behind, so I kind of slid in last minute here. I'm glad that everybody's able to see this and get in. So this will be like our little Christmas stream. Yes, it is Dahmer. It's Jeffrey Dahmer on my sweater. This is my Christmas sweater. That is my Christmas sweater. I think Aaron got it last year, a couple of years ago. But yeah, this is my one Christmas sweater. Wouldn't go over well at the family events for Christmas. Hey, Ganja, glad you're still kicking. Me too. I got it for a work party. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. But yeah, this will just be like a little Christmas check-in. I know this time of year can be very difficult for a lot of people, so I want to make sure that we have each other's support and energy during this time. And I want to be able to share our struggles, share our wins, share a good news story, and just chat for an hour or so. Yeah, I'm imagining, Team Montgomery, that you need a little bit of this energy. I saw your comments, so I hope that we can at least give you some love and that you can feel that, and we can hold space for you. Thank you so much, Brett. So for those of you that this is your first stream, you might be dropping in for the first time, just gotta go over some housekeeping. That any advice or insights that I give are based on my experiences, the experiences of other people that I have interacted with. I do have a bachelor's in forensic psychology, but I am not a licensed mental health professional. So if you are in crisis, you are needing help, please make sure that you're reaching out and getting the help that you deserve. I do want to share a really interesting story. I like to talk about what we've been doing with the pledges and stuff. So I switch back and forth. I'll do one that is raising money for community outreach, and then one that goes to me. This one goes to me. The last one went to community outreach. I just want to be transparent about that. So the last one, it was really funny. I had wanted to do the elderly trees because most people don't know about them. And I thought, maybe we can do a little video on those and kind of raise awareness for those, because so many people do the angel trees. And I was actually going to make a video about those because there's a lot of controversy around them this year. And I thought, what the hell? Why are we having controversy around angel trees? Anyway, I don't think I'm going to do that video because the last commentary video didn't really go over very well. So I'm not sure that I'm going to do that one this year. But I wanted to do one of the elderly trees because most people don't know about it, or even a couple, depending on how many stickers were on it. But one year when I was working at Gloria's, who was a woman that used to caregive for, I've talked about her here on the channel before, I found at the pharmacy elderly tree, which is kind of like an angel tree for the elderly, obviously. And I went out and searched for those this year because I thought that would be really cool to raise awareness for those, and we can use the money raised in the last stream to fulfill some of those wishes, because they just kind of get forgotten. They don't get a lot of traction. They're not as well known. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go find one or two of those and grab some stuff that we can fulfill. And I went to 6 different pharmacies and could not find a single tree. So I don't know if I just kind of came in a little bit too late to the game, because I know the angel trees are about 2 weeks in advance. So maybe I just came in a little bit late to the game, but I couldn't find any of them. And I was really bummed out. And I remember I was driving, I did this over the course of about 3 days. I was driving home after finally I just thought, okay, either these don't exist anymore or I came in too late. And I was feeling really bummed out because for some reason I was really feeling called to help the elderly this year as our outreach and as my own Christmas charity. I often do the angels, but I really want to do the elderly this year. and couldn't find any. I swear, a hand to dog. I kid you not. I got home and there was an email in my inbox, and I'm sitting there. I was just so frustrated and upset because I thought, what am I going to do? I don't really want to do an angel tree this year. That's not really what I'm feeling, but I will if that's what I if that's the option that's left, even though I think I was too late for those two. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm sorry. I ended up coming home. I got an email, and this person was saying, "Hey, my grandma Alma is all alone, and she is not going to get a Christmas, and we can't afford to really do anything because they were going through a really bad situation. The husband had lost the job, and his mother, so the children's grandmother, they wanted to do something for Grandma Alma, so his mom, and they just didn't have the money. They were barely able to get anything for their kids, and they had talked to her a little bit, and they were trying to figure out what it was she wanted. And I had a chuckle because what they got out of her, I know that a lot of these things are really common because back when I was working at Gloria's, I actually cleared an entire elderly tree. I just pulled off all the tags and got everything for all the people that I'd pulled for because it's much easier than the kids. But Alma wanted a DVD set of Matlock. And I thought, isn't Matlock streaming somewhere? But no, she wanted a physical copy. I said, okay, I respect that. So she wanted a DVD set of Matlock, some nightgowns, some socks, and a new pair of glasses. And I swear to you, pretty much every single tag that I'd pulled before when I cleared the tree, pretty much every single one, they always wanted socks and glasses. These are just two things that are really, really common amidst elderly people. But she also just wanted some nice warm nightgowns. She lives back east. She didn't have anything warm. She was just wearing short sleeve nightgowns. So she wanted a few warm nightgowns and Matlock. Because of our pledges from last time, I was able to find a signed copy of a DVD set of Matlock on eBay. It was signed by Andy Griffith. I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my throat, but it was signed by Andy Griffith, and I ended up having that sent to them, and then I just had some other stuff sent from Amazon with the pledges that we got last time, and they said she was sobbing over this DVD set that was signed by Andy Griffith, because Andy Griffith, I guess, was kind of her celebrity crush back in the day. So she was just bawling, they said. And I got an email back and they were very appreciative and everything. But I just had to chuckle. My mom also liked Matlock. So I remember watching some Matlock when I was younger. But that is where our pledges went last time. So I have a goal each stream of reaching $250 in pledges. And we actually barely at the skin of our nose got it last time. And that's where the pledges went. So I just wanted to catch you guys up on that before we dive into the stream. If you want to pledge, I need to pull up YouTube. If you guys do want to pledge, you can use the super chat or super sticker function. If you're a member of the channel, you will get a super chat or super sticker during the stream, and it actually really helps because it highlights your comment, because it can get kind of crazy in here. As you can see, I'm already falling really behind because I'm rambling, but it can get really crazy. So if you use the super chat or super sticker function, it will highlight the comment, so I will be sure to see it. But then, like I said, that goes toward the $250 goal. But I was so happy. By the way, Alma means soul, I guess, in Spanish. I didn't know that. But I thought that was really amazing. I was really happy. That's another elderly person that we have helped here in the community. We also threw a birthday party for an elderly widow back when we first started doing this, like towards the beginning. We threw her a birthday party. So I love this stuff. I love doing these things. This is what brings me joy with the channel. But if you do want to make a bigger pledge, make sure that you're using PayPal or Venmo, because I don't want YouTube to take a cut. I want every dime to go toward where we're saying it's going, right? So like I said, this week, it's going toward me. And then next stream, it will go toward the outreach again. Sorry for rambling so much. I was just really excited about that, and I had to share the whole story. resident executioner. I actually disagree with that. I don't think that the angel trees are scams, at least not from what I've found. I've actually fulfilled quite a few angel angel wish lists over the years. I'll usually do 1 or 2 a year, depending on what I can do, even way before this got started and I was getting help from the community. It was just something I felt very called to do. And I myself actually utilized that when Bryson was younger and I had split from his dad and we needed some help. So he actually got to use the tree. So I disagree with it being a scam, but I do think that there's a lot of misunderstanding surrounding it. I do think that it's great, but there's sometimes where people don't pay attention to what the kids need and they don't get their wishes fulfilled. So it turns out to be very upsetting for the child or for the family, you know, whose child didn't get what they wished for. And they might be thinking that came from Santa. Like I said, I wanted to make a video about it because I want to do more deep dives and things like that. But the last couple commentary videos didn't go over well. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to continue that series. I really love doing it. I hope I do get to continue, but I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I guess next year when we do this, we'll just have to know to get in a little bit earlier and hopefully find those trees. All right, so I'm elbow deep here in comments and already lost. David's saying Dahmer time of the year. Deck the halls with your dead bodies. Oh, la, 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 la. And anyone who's going to say that I'm insensitive, I majored in forensic psychology, so this is kind of my drive. And I've been watching true crime stuff since I was 6 years old. Abstracting this, you may as well be licensed. You're better than everyone else. Well, fun story. So I've been in therapy since having Aurora because I was struggling really hard with postpartum. And this is my struggle. Actually, I'm going to include this as my struggle for the last couple weeks. And I encourage you guys to share your struggles. Then we'll do the good news story and then we'll move on to the wins and stuff. But I've been seeing a mental health professional since having Aurora because I was struggling really hard with postpartum, right? Which is completely separate from generalized depression. So I went to her, was it last week before? I don't remember. My time's flying together. I think it was the week before. I went to her and I said, hey, I don't really feel like I'm getting anything out of therapy at this point. I feel like I'm just coming in and talking a little bit and I'm not really getting any direction. I tried TMS. That didn't really work. I don't know what to do. And I'm just needing us to have some sort of plan. I need there to be a solid plan because I only have a few more sessions with her. She's actually moving back to, I think, Germany in April. So I said, I'm just not really feeling like there's any direction or anything. And she said, well, I really don't know what to tell you because you're already doing all the things that I would suggest. So I feel like we should just have I was doing weekly and then moved to every 2 weeks. And now she's saying, I think we should only have a session a month just so you can kind of check in, just so you feel like you're being held accountable. I said, but I don't feel like I'm being held accountable. And she said, well, this is really all I have to offer. Okay. All right, then. So I'm getting nothing from therapy. And I've been in and out of therapy for years. And this is actually pretty normal for me where a therapist will say, I don't know what to tell you because you're doing everything we would suggest. So I guess that I'm just either too messed up for therapy or too smart for therapy, one or the other. Depends on how you look at it. Ramblin' Amanda sounds like a 70s rock band. Oh my gosh. Aaron saying that I'm only 50 followers away from 1,000 followers on TikTok. Okay, so I hate saying that. I was so adamantly opposed to getting a TikTok, but the community growth has been kind of stalling here. I've been quite disappointed about it because I really want to grow the community. That's my dream. And I've been having a really hard time probably throughout a couple of years now, but really last year, I've been having a really hard time growing the community. And so I thought, you know what? I might as well just kind of go poke around over there and see what happens. I started it since our last stream. So I think I started it about, a week and a half ago and have literally almost 1,000 followers. I think I will have 1,000 by the end of the day. So I don't know why, but I'm hoping that I can utilize that to grow the community here. I talked about that in the past. We started it and then it didn't go anywhere. And we've been posting for a bit, and it didn't get anything. I think I had maybe 6 followers. And then I really started posting about a week and a half ago, and I almost have 1,000. So Mental Amanda on TikTok. That's my little pitch. Brett says, I was watching another YouTuber's live stream. Someone said they were going to harm themselves. I helped save their life. I'm very happy. Well, preliminary snaps for you for that. I'm very happy that you were able to do that too. It does feel really good, doesn't it? I'm just trying to keep an eye here also on pledges, see if we get any. I think that I tried to set an actual goal here in the chat. I don't know if it let me. It won't let me set an amount, but I just set for 10 super chat or super stickers. So hopefully we get that. So 20 minutes in, we're a third of the way in, haven't got any pledges yet toward that 250 goal. Hopefully we will get it up there. Last time it came in last minute and we ended up meeting our goal. So hopefully, fingers really crossed, Christmas miracle, right? What's the atheist equivalent of a miracle? No worry, Ash. Wizard is never late, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they're meant to. Drunk Man Gaming says, Christmas bah humbug, no family, parents are dead, no kids, single. I offer to work Christmas Day, 13-hour shift. I work for the NHS and the ED, so someone can spend time with their family. I like that, you know, you're working so other people can spend time with their family, but I understand. I don't have any family beyond now my fiance and daughter and son, obviously, but I lived like that for many years where my parents were gone. I didn't have any siblings. My friends were a million miles away. Now I don't have the friends at all. So I totally understand how isolating and lonely Christmas can be when you're seeing everyone else with their families, be it their parents, their siblings, their kids, and you can feel kind of left behind. So I just want to really acknowledge that and hold space that is a very real thing for many people. And I hope that you can feel a little bit of community here in us, you know, holding you in our family, because family doesn't always have to mean blood. Abstract atheist, I'm not allowed to promote because my content is insensitive to religious people, which first and foremost is just wrong. Secondly, it's a breach of my free speech. I've seen your content, and I think that is utterly crazy that they are blocking you, because yes, I'm an atheist also, but I don't think that there's anything offensive on your page that would be construed as maybe inciting violence or just being cruel or anything like that. I've seen already, I mean, I don't even scroll TikTok, and just when I open the app, there's always a video there, and I've just seen some really toxic things already, and I don't think your content is that at all. I think it's very thought-provoking, so I don't understand that how they can justify it. I would really like to see the information on that. Thank you, David. Oh my gosh, I just realized that I didn't have okay, well, I guess we're doing this on pen and paper again. I guess we're doing this in pink with a pink Posca marker. You're our family too, Ash. Okay, so 5. This can't be the only Christmas pledge we get. We got to get up there. We're going to do it. I believe in the Christmas magic of giving. Katie. Somebody just said hi to Katie, but I don't see it, Katie. Stu! Hi, Stu! My cousin's here. Hello, hello. Stu's calling me out. Stu is my cousin. He's calling me out for saying that my family is now my son and fiance and daughter. You know I love you. I just feel like we're kind of separated by the distance, and we both have our own things going on. So I'm just feeling kind of isolated from you as well, but I love you still. Hopefully we can reconnect for Christmas. Aaron is also, hey duding Stu. I miss you. I miss Stu. Do it for me, Stu. Gam just says, to be honest, I don't give an ass about religion. If you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. Yeah, really. Yes, Katie, I did. Let me look. Oh, Katie's saying, it's been a while. It has been a while. I'm glad that you could come back to us. I sminged? What the hell? Oh, David says, I cringed and smiled at the same time. I sminged. There's a word. I'm gonna steal that. Drunk Man Gaming says Christmas. Wait, we already read that. Resident Executioner says, "What did Dahmer ask Lorena Bobbitt? Are you gonna eat that?" That is dark humor. I wonder how many people in this stream will not understand that reference. Oh lordy, I needed that laugh. Okay, before I get too sidetracked into that dark humor. Okay, says I'm happy. Good. I'm glad that you could be happy here with us. David says atheist equivalent happens sometimes good, sometimes bad. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Amanda just sminged the Dahmer Bobbitt comment. Yeah, that's gonna be my new word. I'm totally writing that down. I'm writing that down along with our pledges. Oh, Her Royal Highness Majesty. I don't know if you can hear her in the background, but Aurora is making her presence known. Okay, so we are brinking on halfway, and I want to read our good news story. Usually we read a little bit earlier, but I guess I just have a lot of energy today. So our good news story: strangers seeking life advice find it at the grandma stand, a rotating pop-up staffed by 15 New York City grandmas. In 2012, Brooklyn's Mike Matthews was at work when one of his coworkers came into the office lamenting a recent breakup. As she opened up to him, a singular thought crossed his mind. She needs to talk to Grandma Eileen. Matthew's grandma lived in Seattle, and his coworker had never met her, but he gave her Eileen's phone number anyway. She said, "Mike, that's so weird. You want me to call your grandma?" He recalled in a social media post. Well, yes. On Monday, the coworker returned to the office with a spring in her step. Eileen had lifted her spirits, and their first call was the start of a series of regular dispatches. But it wasn't just a relationship that blossomed with Matthew's coworker. "I set up a little lemonade stand, put a laptop on it, noise-canceling headphones," he told ABC last year, "and then I would place it somewhere in the city, and then my grandma could virtually meet anyone in the city that was walking by." That was the birth of the grandma stand. For 6 years, Elaine called in and spoke with thousands of complete strangers until she passed in 2018 at the age of 102. What? "My grandma had so much love to give, and every person who talks to my grandma feels elevated, feels seen, feels heard." That's the whole mission of this community, is I just want everyone to feel seen and heard and loved. So that melts my heart. And she also benefited, like she felt like she was valued. Very important thing. After her death, Matthews retired the grandma stand, but in 2024, he realized the world needed some good old-fashioned wisdom. "I was walking in Central Park and was thinking about all my friends who seemed to be drowning in stress because of world events, family rupture, or politics," Matthews wrote. "I purchased a lemonade stand, painted it Grandma Eileen's favorite color, purple, and invited a kind grandma from my building to participate. Since then, the grandma stand has grown into a nationwide project. In New York, about 15 grandmas staff a rotating pop-up, which can be found in Central Park on the streets of Manhattan, on really any nook and cranny in the city. The volunteer grannies set up their own purple lemonade stand and post a question prompt to get the conversation started, with topics ranging from what's made you cry recently to what's a relationship you need to fix or let go of. But anyone's welcome to come with their own baggage. We could be experiencing a relationship issue, job loss, financial stress, lack of direction, loneliness, newly married, excited about being a new parent, wrestling with forgiveness, or just feeling apathetic. And a disarming grandma is just what you need," Matthews continued. "They've lived through world wars, don't care about social media, and have mastered the art of listening and asking questions. They just care about you and who you really are." Grandma Flo, a volunteer in New York, has thoroughly enjoyed serving at a grandma stand. "It's made my life a lot happier," she shared in a recent video. "It gives me an outlet, something to do, and I really enjoy talking to people from different parts of the world and different cultures. I learn a lot from them." A network of grandma stands is slowly budding across the country and the world. In McKinney, Texas, 3 grandmas recently set up a stand of their own at a holiday market. One of them, Nancy, a grandmother of 4, was volunteered for the role by her daughter. "I absolutely love it," she told CBS. "Grandmas are non-judgmental and loving people. Sometimes it's nice to talk to someone who's basically a stranger, but you still feel a connection with." The McKinney stand was a resounding success and plans to return in the spring for farmers markets. Other grandma stands have appeared in Omaha and Denver, with other sites planned for Boston, Berlin, Paris, London, Canada, and Mexico. Those interested in creating one of their own can fill out an interest form, which comes with a commitment of $800 for all the standard materials to build the stand. As the movement grows, Matthews is thrilled that more grandmas and strangers are taking part, but it all still comes back to Grandma Eileen. I think she will be watching this and saying, get as many grandmas involved as humanly possible so at least they have a moment to shine and be heard. Selfishly, this is for me to honor my grandmother. I feel like this is what she'd want me to do on a weekly basis. She used the term old people. She loves saying just value old people, see the value of them, and don't look past them. Isn't this not the most adorable thing you've ever heard in your entire life? David, thank you so much for pledging another $20. I will add that to there. We're halfway, and we're 25 of our 250 goal. I just want to update there. Is this not the most adorable thing you've ever heard in your life? I now want to start a grandma stand, and I feel like I know some elderly women that would be interested. I wonder if the woman who we helped with the party, with the birthday party, if she would be interested. I know quite a few elderly women. Unfortunately, Alma was not here. The woman that I was talking about at the beginning of the stream, she was not here. But I think that this would be a really awesome project, maybe that we can support as a community or something. But I think that it's so precious. It's just so precious. I really do think that our society tends to not value the wisdom of old people, but also I know that a lot of us have struggled with loss. I know myself, I've struggled with loss. My mom would do this in a heartbeat. We would be out there raising money and doing this. My parents both would if it was acceptable for grandpas too, so my dad could do it. But I think that there's two takeaways. There's the takeaway of they get to help people, they get to share their wisdom, they get to feel valued because our society often writes off elderly people, unfortunately. But then I think there's, okay, this is Matthew's way of connecting with his grandma's spirit and energy and being able to share her love and wisdom with the world. And that's what I always encourage people to do. If you've lost someone, if you're grieving, doesn't matter if it's been a day or 20 years, if you're still feeling that, the best thing you can do is find a way to honor them and share their love with the world. And I thought this was a perfect example of that. What'd you guys think? Would you start a grandma stand in your city? Brett says, my dream is to be a storm chaser thanks to my favorite storm chaser and her sister and Twister. T. Montgomery says that was an adorable story. I think I woke up. David says I might ditch the Dahmer sweater for the grandma stand. I'm not a grandma, thank you very much. And if I am, Bryson has some splaining to do. We're gonna go to town here. Should we go into, I think we're getting some wins here already, so I feel like we should transition into our wins. Feel free to keep sharing struggles. Feel free to keep sharing wins. I'm sorry if I'm missing anything. I guess I'm just chatty today. I'm sorry if I'm missing anything. I will try really hard to catch it. Like I said, super chat, super sticker, becoming a channel member so you get that feature with each stream is a great way for me to see the messages. But I think that we should jump into the snap cup, which needs some glue. There's one little gem here that's trying real hard to come off, but it's holding on for dear life, just like many of us. It comes with a song, snap cup time, gather ye round, friends and foes together, united and bound. Pass it to your neighbor instead of blowing up, and you'll find harmony and love in a snap cup. I snap better with my right. I may do that next time. So, all right. So the snap cup is just something that we do to share our community wins. So at some point during the week, usually on Wednesday or Thursday before we do the streams, I'll make a post over on the community tab asking people for their wins, and they could submit them there, and then I'll read them here on stream. All righty. John Scott says, sometimes I feel frustrated like I'm moving in place but can't reach my goals and no one cares. But then I listen to the song 555 by Jimmy Eat World. That song reminds me that other people feel that way and I'm not alone. First, I'm going to give you snaps, big snaps for that you found a song that makes you feel connected and not alone. Second, I mean, I can tell you that I feel like that frequently, so you are absolutely not alone. I've been really struggling with that lately where I feel like I'm just treading water and I'm not making forward movement. Like I said, that's why I started the TikToks. I just feel like the community here isn't growing anymore. So I'm trying really hard to branch out to different ways to grow the community. But sometimes it does feel like no one cares and that's really hard. But I'm glad that you have a song. I've never heard 555 by Jimmy Eat World. I really like The Middle, though. I feel like that's a really uplifting song by them. So maybe I'll have to do 555 either as a reaction here on the channel or a Patreon exclusive. But I'm glad that you have a song that reminds you that you're not alone and there's other people like me that feel that way. There's dog stuff going on outside the door right now. T Montgomery says, I'm so filled with mixed emotions right now. Losing Aaron, my cousin, who is more like a brother to me than my own brothers, has utterly gutted me. I'm barely holding my shit together, and yet a part of me is happy because Beans has asked me to marry her once I'm finally home, as we call it in the UK. Is that a win? I don't know. Yes! Love is always a win. Snaps to you for that. I'm very sorry to hear about your cousin. We've already talked about this a little bit, but just reading it again, it is very heartbreaking. My fiance's name is Aaron, so it's all the more home. It hits all the more home for me to imagine losing someone that I love, someone so close to me that was such important figure in my life. So I'm really sorry that you're going through that loss. I am happy that you have Beans, and I'm happy that you guys are going to commit to each other and be together. I love. So I am happy that you have that little bit of light in this dark hour, in this dark night of the soul. So big snaps to you for that. Okay. Resident Executioner, you still in here, says, very late entry. It's 3 a.m. Sunday morning. It's never too late to correct a mistake. That's what Miss Frizzle would say. But a few days ago, I had a really off day, like where my brain and body woke up and chose violence for the day. I tried working through it, but the more I worked, the worse it got. Even the intrusive thoughts were very vocal. I decided to take time, dial things back quite a bit, and only take on a couple small things per day for a couple days. One of the biggest things that was bugging me was that my boss was ghosting me. No communication, no giving me a rough time frame when or if I was going to be doing fireworks. But today he calls me up and he wanted me to begin immediately. Not ideal, as I have to gather my crew and make the various arrangements and reschedules. While my crew can't make it until tomorrow, my body is still on Saturday time. Relatable. I worked with the boss's crew and we got the tent set up in record time. Sorry for the long response. No need to apologize. We like long responses. Snaps for that. I know how frustrating it can be when things aren't on the timeline we want them to be, but I'm glad that you were able to finally get that answer, sounds like, and be able to move forward with this project, with doing this. So I'm very happy for you. I understand when you wake up. The song Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit really hits that. It's just one of those days we don't want to wake up. Everybody sucks. That's kind of one of those. That's how I feel. I feel like I have one of those days sometimes where you just want to break stuff. So I get it. It's why I majored in forensic psychology, is because that makes my shadow happy. And anything we could do to work through our shadows, naysaying, right? Steve says, do people snap more in the wintertime? Isn't the dry hands that make it more snappy? I mean, it is easier to snap when your hands aren't all moisturized, right? You are welcome, resident. Ghost Actual says, such a lovely month of people coming to me for advice, as if they really meant what they were going to ask me, prompting me to extend a hand and give advice, only for them to slap my hand away and ignore everything I said. Oh, it's so frustrating. That's been the theme of this month. I'm frustrated. I'm disappointed. It's burning me out. I just want to turn the video games up and turn the rest of the internet not down, but off. I'm sorry that doesn't sound like a win because it's kind of not. It's just where I'm at right now with multiple people. Actually, it's very much a win because you realize you're getting burned out and you realize what you need to do to deal with that burnout. So that's a win. I hope that you take your own advice and that you're able to do that. So first of all, snaps for recognizing what it is that's burning you out, because I feel like a lot of people will just drive themselves into the ground and not even be able to recognize what it is that's causing them to crumble. But you're realizing that, and you are not obligated to respond to people when they come to you for advice. Believe me, I get unbelievable amounts of messages and emails and stuff, and I try my hardest to keep on top of it, every single one. But sometimes I fall a little bit behind, or sometimes I have people that message and they've been asking the same thing for a year, where they're asking my advice on the same thing. And there's just nothing new that I have to offer, or I know that they're not going to listen because they have a track record of not listening 13 times in a row, when I tried my best to advise you on that situation. You did the exact opposite of what I suggested, and things very predictably got worse. And it's not that I don't want to be there, but if you're going to keep moving in this direction, this destructive direction, I just can't continue to be part of that. It's completely okay to set that boundary and say, I don't have the capacity right now, or I just don't think that you're finding value in what I'm saying. You don't have to be mean about it, but sometimes just saying, I don't think you're finding value in what I'm saying, so it might be better that you talk to someone else. You're not obligated to burn yourself out for other people. Like, I'm going to say that louder for the people in the back. You are not obligated to burn yourself out for other people. I think that a lot of people do that with people-pleasing mentality. I know I do. I really want, to be liked and to have that approval, because I had so much ostracization in my younger years that I very much do, want to help people, want people to like me. I don't care so much, if everyone likes me, but I want certain people to be proud of me. But yeah, I understand how frustrating it can be when you see someone's situation and you say, hey, you asked me for advice. Here's what I think you should do. They do the exact opposite. The situation perpetuates, and then they come to you and continue complaining about it. And you get to the point where it's, look, I love you, but I need to love you from over there. Sometimes it's okay to love someone from the other room or from a distance until, they are willing to put in the work. One of the friends that cut me off, that cut ties with me after 28 years, she, a few years ago, was going through a situation at the time where she found out that her husband had been cheating on her pretty much the whole time they'd been together. Not just the marriage, the engagement, their dating. He'd pretty much been cheating on her from day one. And she called me almost every single day for a year. And I'm not giving any new advice. And at this point, she's gotten out everything she needed to say. And finally, I just said, look, either do something differently, whatever that means, or stop calling me, because I love you, but I can't watch this happen anymore. I can't watch you self-destruct when we all know that that's not what's best. And you're holding on to something that is bleeding you dry. And after that, she filed for divorce. And since she ended the friendship. But boundaries are important, and you can't help someone else when your own bucket is empty. So if you imagine that you have this bucket over your head, you have to have something in your bucket. You have to have love and energy and just substance, some kind of substance in your bucket, or you have nothing to give other people. It's the whole oxygen mask, put on your own before others. It's so true. You have nothing to give if you are blood dry. So make sure that you're taking time for yourself. But snaps to you for seeing that. We have 18 minutes left. I'll stay a little bit later if we start going toward meeting the pledge. I'll try and stay a little bit later, but I want to have some Christmas stuff with Bryson tonight before he goes over to his dad's. So hopefully we're able to meet it and end at 5. But if we are on that roll, then I will stay. Ash Carr says, I made it through the last full week of work for the year. Yay! This weekend, I plan to get organized and go through old things and get rid of what is not needed or wanted. Oh, purging feels so good. And getting rid of stuff feels good too. I'm going to put some energetic music on and hopefully boost my mental health as well. Oh, girl, you are going to boost your mental health through the roof. I can tell you firsthand that just letting go of things is so helpful. It's a whole entire segment of my happiness boost course because it's so unbelievably therapeutic. Because if you have a cluttered environment, you're going to have a cluttered mind, and it makes it a lot more difficult to process, to grow, to heal if you have all of this visual stimulus. It's pollution. It's literally visual pollution. So I'm very proud of you for that. Ash was saying it was mainly clothes. You know what? That can take up a lot of space if you just have a lot of clothes that you're not wearing, that you're not using anymore. So snaps to you for that. This whole entire closet is my Posh closet. I resell on Poshmark. So I understand how much space clothes can take up, believe me. But good for you for being able to let it go. Let it go. Yeah, that's where I'm at in my healing process. I'm able to sing Frozen now. Katie says, you missed my last 2 comments about why I'm happy today. I'm sorry, I'm trying. Let's see. Katie, where's your comment? Wow, I'm scrolling and I'm still not seeing it, Katie. Katie Bug. Oh, here we go. Okay. I finally been approved for a supported living house placement, and yesterday my family descended on me and my dad. We exchanged presents and had buffet and haven't had epilepsy seizure for over a month. Also, our last foster dog, a male Jack Russell, is back until Tuesday when he's going to his forever home. There's so many happy things there, first and foremost. I love it when dogs get their forever home. So I'm going to start there because I just have a soft spot for dogs, but I'm glad that you were approved for that house, that you were able to spend time with your family, exchange presents, and that you haven't had an epilepsy seizure in a month. That's so many wins. I'm very happy for you for all of those wins. Sorry, I didn't see it for a minute. I'm trying really hard to read as many comments as possible. Alrighty. John C. Wynn says, I love reading, but for this week I hadn't cracked a book in months. But some people have been changing that have improved. But some things have been changing that have improved my overall mood. And the other day I was cleaning out my overnight bag and found a couple of novels I hadn't read in ages. I felt compelled to immediately take one, sit down, and start reading. Oh, this makes my little bookworm heart happy. Big snaps for you. In 2020, I started reading again. I need to pull up. I just wanted to make sure that I could see if there were pledges. In 2020, I started reading again during the lockdown. That was one of the things that helped keep me sane. And at this point, I've been averaging 2 to 3 books a month this year because I got really addicted to Frida McFadden. Right now, I'm reading the new Dan Brown novel. God, I can't talk. Right now, I'm reading the new Dan Brown novel. I had just read the new Hunger Games before that. So I have just been really leaning into reading this year. It's helped with my mental health also during this postpartum phase. So big snaps to you for finding those books and just diving right the heck in. Big snaps for you. I love books. And if you need new books, I do have a little bookshop. It's linked below. It's on Pango. I'm Clever Librarian. And I've got over 850 titles in my store. And you can watch me squeal like a giddy little schoolgirl if you do happen to purchase things. And I put little goodies and stuff in every single order. So I get very excited when I get to pack the orders. So if you are looking for new books, or if any of you are looking for new books, make sure to check that out. My Pango needs more 5-star reviews. Hey, I think I'm at 80 something now, so I'm hoping for 100 by the end of the year. So fingers crossed. Ash says, when I get through some books, I'll get more, Amanda. I have some special gifts for you waiting. I'm literally keeping them just for you for when you make more orders. So just FYI. Ganja says, doing better than I was. To be honest, my buddies asked me to join their thrash metal band as their permanent bass player. Bass is therapeutic for me. Congratulations on that spot in the band. I am glad that you found something that helps you process, that is good for your mental health. I hope you have a lot of fun with it. And maybe you'll share some stuff with us. To Ash. Steve says, I'm mid-installing a water filtration system in my house. My first major plumbing experience. That sounds scary, but I hope everything goes well, and snaps to you for taking that on. I can't snap with my left hand, I've learned today. Fritz Schnitzler says, can't think of a single win, just numerous losses. This Monday's my last session with my therapist. Not happy about it, but no choice in the matter. Insurance only covers so much. Oh, that's so stupid. Really liked her too. Oh, well, that is so unbelievably frustrating. I don't know if this applies to you where you're at, but I know sometimes they can fight the insurance with you if they feel like you need more sessions. If it does qualify as a mental health necessity, sometimes you can get that extended, but that is so unbelievably frustrating. I would say the win here is that you did have a therapist you liked, and I'm assuming that you liked her because you were able to work through some things. So I would say that as frustrating, upsetting this is about the American healthcare system, you had someone that did help you through some of your mental health journey. So I'm going to say that as the win, and I'm glad that you found a therapist that you really connected with, and I hope that you are able to extend that, or that she's able to help you close out your treatment with her so that you're able to do things to continue the healing that you had with her after you guys part ways. So either way. Come on, we're 10 minutes from the end. We are only 25 toward the 250 goal. It's Christmas, guys. Come on, let's get there. Let's meet this pledge goal. It would really mean a lot to me. It would truly mean a whole lot to me if we could meet those for Christmas. Autistic Warrior says, hey, Amanda, first, thanks for replying to that email. Of course. The timing was actually perfect because I had finished writing an email that went into far greater detail than you recommended and was close to sending it. I'm on holiday break now, so I'm not going to see the person in question for 2 weeks. So I also need to take that into consideration. Your input gave me a lot to think about. One thing I need to work out is if I were to receive an email from someone just asking out of nowhere to meet up, I would on some level question if they were interested in me. I need to figure out how to make the invitation, as you put it, as low pressure as possible. If you want to get some context, I'm okay with it, so long as you don't go into too much detail with respect for my privacy. Autistic Warrior, if you do want me to give a little bit of detail here on the stream, please let me know in the chat what is okay, and I will just read that because I definitely don't want to cross any boundaries there. As for the band thing, I would love to keep you updated on that. I'm assuming from what you wrote that you had read the PDF. I did indeed. Second, I had a really annoying scheduling conflict where I had a mandatory student meeting overlapping with an appointment. I informed the people involved that I might miss it, and we agreed to follow up within a few days. Then, because of the weather, a test got moved to also overlap with that appointment. I got through it, and the meeting was actually postponed due to some school-wide electrical issues, and all the students were sent home, and so there was no heating. I also recently received my 3rd university acceptance the other day. What? 3? You've gotten 3 university acceptances? Well, that is nuts. So there's the big snap right there. As far as the rest of it, I don't want to dive into anything that might give away too much personal information. So I will give snaps for the 3rd university acceptance, and that you were able to get those things arranged that were overlapping and everything. But if you want me to share anything else, just let me know what to share here in the chat, and I'll make sure to do that. Oh, that was all of our wins. So we have been through our wins. David said the way you're sitting is making Dahmer pucker. Is Dahmer giving kisses? I know that I can be a little abrasive for some people, as I learned by a lot of people getting very upset about my Jake Paul video over on Instagram. So I have Instagram, TikTok, and here on YouTube. And the people on TikTok were great. The people here on YouTube were great. But I had a lot of really nasty messages and comments over on Instagram saying that I was a bully and I was insensitive. And I have a very strict policy. I just want to let this be known publicly that if I said something or I did something and somebody came to me and informed me of a potential perspective that I might not have had before, gave me more information on the matter that would really truly lead me to change my mind, I'm not above apologizing. I'll absolutely do that. However, if something offends you, I'm not going to apologize for how I feel if I don't truly feel that in my heart, because that's dishonest and disingenuous. And I will never, ever, ever force myself or my children or anyone else into an apology that they do not truly feel, because I think that that is encouraging dishonesty. So I'm not going to apologize for that video, because I truly think that Jake Paul kind of had it coming and has not been a great example of a person. I feel that he has spent years baiting people and taunting people and just being all around toxic piece of human sludge. So he consensually got into that ring and challenged this person professionally and put on this match for entertainment. And you know what? I was entertained and I don't feel bad about it. So that is all I have to say about that matter. Old Wolf says executive dysfunction is a symptom of ADHD. Yes, it absolutely is. I struggle a lot with executive dysfunction. My prefrontal cortex is probably just spaghetti at this point. Brett says you shouldn't have to apologize for it. If they don't like it, then don't watch it. That's it. You awesome girl. Yeah. I feel like there's plenty of other communities and channels for you to connect with. And that's what I tell people who frequently pull the whole, will you talk too much card. I have a lot of people who will say, oh, you talk too much in your reactions. And my response to that is there's a lot of reaction channels for you to choose from. And if you would rather have someone that just smiles and nods and says, ooh, awesome song, fine, that's great. Go find those people. But why would you take the time to complain on my video? Like, this is my channel. Why would you think that that's a thing? The YouTube channel says Jake Paul got $92 million for getting his jaw broken. He's okay. Yeah, he's absolutely fine. Again, don't feel bad. Steve says, avoid black and white comparisons. Even Trump says something interesting every now and then. Just because you like some specifics, that doesn't make what you think as a whole. That's true. That's a fair point. Everyone does have, some positive thoughts or positive contributions or something at some point. So yeah, that's a very fair point. Dead Demon says, I saw that video and I didn't say anything. My video or the original video? I'm curious. Dead Demon says, sorry, I didn't know anything about either. It's boxing. I actually don't watch boxing. That doesn't interest me at all. But Aaron, my fiance, had been watching it. He really wanted to watch it. And I said, kind of want to watch Jake Paul get punched a few times. But I watched a couple minutes of it. And I guess in the first round, he was just dodging and jumping around and running like a crying little in the corner. And I said, this is not interesting to me. I'm going to go upstairs and read my book. So I went upstairs and I was reading, and a little bit later I hear, babe, Jake got his jaw broken. And I was taking those stairs two at a time. My dudes, like I was jumping down those stairs to get to this. And I was just rewind it. But I do remember when he came out and he was in the Hulkster garb. Oh, no, sir. Absolutely fucking not. My first thought was Harry on Harry Potter when Snape is up at the front of the Great Hall and Harry's, how dare you stand where he stood? That was my thought. How dare you put yourself on the same level as Hulk fucking Hogan? I know there's some controversial opinions about him as well. I am speaking from a person who grew up on wrestling and who values Hulk Hogan, not Terry Bollea, not his real life personality, but his ring persona. Like, I valued Hulk Hogan as a part of my childhood, just to clarify. But yeah, it was just, how dare you stand where he stood? How dare you put yourself in the Hulkamania outfit? Like, go put yourself You narcissistic piece of trash. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm mostly very positive, and I try to be very neutral about people, but I am not neutral about that man. Yes, he actually double broke his jaw, apparently. Jake says Jake Paul isn't a boxer. He's a con artist. Do you feel insulted that you have to share a name with him, Jake? Guys, we only have 3 minutes left, and we're only at 25 of our pledges. That's not good for Christmas. And I can't stay super long today. Christmas magic. Christmas magic. That's what we're going to imagine. Christmas magic. Christmas miracle. Little sis, tell me how you really feel. Like I said, you guys know that I don't typically get terribly invested in characters, in people, politics, anything like that. Influencers. I mean, I do talk a little bit about influencers and influencer insanity series, and I try to channel it to that specifically because I don't want that to be my whole brand is just complaining about other people. But good grief, like sometimes you just have to call it like you see it. David, I feel so bad. David's the only, come on, David can't be the only person pledging today, guys. I feel so bad that David's been the only person pledging. But David's pledged 35. We can't only be 35 of our 250 goal 5 or 4 days before Christmas. Steve says, it's fun to watch drama. Where do you think the Real Housewives shows came from? Oh, good sir. I am shamelessly addicted to The Bold and the Beautiful, so I understand the value of just some good old-fashioned drama sometimes. For me, with the soap opera, though, it's that it's kind of predictable. I mean, there are some twists to it, and that keeps it fresh, but it is just a little predictable, and sometimes we need that. That's why a lot of us with anxiety will rewatch shows, is because it allows us to have some level of predictability and control, and that feels really good to control anxiety. Drunk, thank you so much. Drunk Nangaming, thank you so much. I don't know how many. I need to do a pounds converter. Pounds to US dollars. Livre sterling. That apparently is pounds. So 13, thank you so much. I'm telling you, I love when it just comes in last minute like this. It kind of reminds me, the other night, Aaron and Bryson and I were playing Uno, right? And Bryson called Uno and then stacked a bunch of draw cards against Aaron. And I'm kidding you not, Aaron, you had 16 cards. Aaron had 16 cards. I had 5. No, I'd already won. I won, and it was Aaron versus Bryson. That's what it was. And Bryson had called Uno, and Aaron still had 14, 15 cards, and freaking came back and won. Came back and won the game. So right now, that's what I have to believe is going to happen. We're just going to turn this around last minute and meet our pledge goal just by some crazy Christmas miracle. I actually have a question for you guys. Maybe you can help me with this. So every year, the only thing I really want for Christmas is to just feel the Christmas magic and to feel like whatever the equivalent of miracle would be for an atheist. I just want to feel some level of magic. I just want to have faith in humanity. I want to have faith in something that can't really be explained, right? Like back then it was Santa or God or whatever. There was something that defied logic. And I want to reconnect to that for Christmas. I want to believe in something. And I know there's human kindness. Like we have that here with pledges and stuff. I know there's human kindness, but for those of you that do still feel Christmas, how do you connect to that spirit? I'm really curious. I have my family, I have Aaron, I have Bryson, I have Aurora. Love them to death. We've been doing some Christmas traditions and things. Aaron and I have our movie. We watch A Night Before Christmas. A Night Before Christmas, KNIGHT. It's a Netflix movie, and we make our bean bread. So that's our little thing. So we do have traditions, and I do like to give and stuff, but I'm just curious how you guys find magic. Did my door just open? Did you guys see that? Am I huffing glue over here? But I just want to believe that my parents are out there. I want to believe that I'm cared for and loved and protected. I want to believe in the magic Santa, something, anything. I just want that magic. So I'm curious how you guys would suggest I try to find that, or how you guys would share it. How would you guys share magic with me right now? Erin says popcorn garlands were fun. That was what we just did before this. David says, I baked the gingerbread cookies I baked as a kid with my grandma before Christmas. One year I wound up. I made a gingerbread man and put a Gregory House face on it and gave it a little candy cane and a little bottle of Vicodin. And that was my gingerbread house. YouTube says, do you have an ugly shirt for every serial killer? BTK would be nice. He's still alive. BTK scared the absolute crap out of me as a child. No, I do not, unfortunately. If you would like to donate to the cause, feel free. But I do not. I only have Dahmer. David says you need an eagle to land by your bedroom window. I'll tell you what. Here's the thing. I will believe in something greater than this if an eagle and an owl land outside my window within the next 24 hours. I will take a picture of it. I will post it here on YouTube. I will admit to everyone that I was wrong and that there is something greater. I will post it on TikTok. I will post it everywhere. And I will admit, you know what? I was wrong. Maybe there's something greater. Because, yeah, my dad was an eagle and my mom was an owl. Oh, hi, B. That was not Aaron. That was B. Rora's crying. Rora, do you need mama? Does Rora need mama, or does she need her bum changed? I think that I don't want to go. I want to meet the pledge. That's my Christmas wish. That was my Christmas wish today, was to meet this pledge for so many reasons that I can't say right now. But for many reasons, I was really, really hoping to meet this pledge as kind of a Christmas wish, Christmas energy. But it sounds like I'm going to have to go here in a minute, and I do have to pump here pretty quickly. But Bryson has to leave for his dad, so we only have about another hour to get in some Christmas festivities before actual Christmas morning. So fingers crossed here. T says, I hope in some small way you do feel some kind of magic or feeling from your parents. I mean, a few years ago, I did have that shooting star situation, which was pretty wild, but that's probably the closest I've gotten from feeling anything around Christmas. I haven't felt Christmas since I was 11 or 12. I'd say about 12. Yeah, maybe 13. I think I felt Christmas I felt Christmas the year I was really into NSYNC, and I was 13. So I haven't felt Christmas since I was 13. So many, many moons. Steve says, Captain Kirk said in a movie, maybe God isn't out there, maybe it's in here, in the human heart. That's how I feel. That we need to be that energy. We need to be the miracle. That's very sweet, resident saying that he's here if anybody needs some support through the holidays. Steve says, you're missing childhood. I feel it every year at this time so desperately missing childhood. Absolutely. Ryan, I didn't even know you were in here. Are you just hiding in the corner? Okay, I'm going to give it 5 more minutes or so. See if we get any last pledges. See if anybody has any last wins, any last struggles that they want to share. I'll do my best to catch them and read them here. Yeah, childhood, where we didn't have to think. That is true. I was just thinking earlier, I was talking to Erin earlier about the fact that I miss being a kid and realizing that I could eat the fudge and I could eat the cookies. And I didn't feel bad after I ate the fudge and cookies because they were going against some goal I'd set for myself, because I'm trying to at least somewhat be responsible so I can get in shape and everything for the wedding. So I'm really hoping to, I'm really hoping to be able to stay on that track. I've been doing really well, but it sucks because all I really want to do is eat cookies. No worries, Ganja. DM saying I shared today's struggle. Oh, wait, I don't think I shared a win, did I? I don't want to say the Jake Paul thing. That's kind of my win, is just watching him get punched over and over. Actually, Aurora is starting to belly crawl, and it's really adorable to watch her kind of try to maneuver her way to things. That's my big one. It was very, very cute. She touched sand for the first time, so she was playing in sand the first time this week, and she thought that was really amazing. And I really just enjoy watching her explore and see the world for the first time. So Steve says all we cared about was if the curb water was safe to drink, and I'm not sure I even thought it was. Oh, I don't really care for Christmas. My family isn't here for me. I always feel alone and loved, but I hang on for some odd reason. Well, I will adopt you for Christmas, and you can be family here. I'll be your sister. I'll be your sister, and you can have all of the Christmas love. You know what? My dad always said that he celebrated December 24th because that is Bah Humbug Day. So you know what? Maybe I'm going to post over in the community. I'm going to make a note to post in the community on December 24th, and we can all have a little bit of my dad's Bah Humbug energy. Because sometimes just saying, you know what, I'm not feeling this Christmas energy right now, but it's okay to not feel it. The first year, actually, when my mom passed away, and I had said this in my last video, if you guys haven't watched my video on the Christmas influence, make sure to do that. But I ended up going and seeing Sweeney Todd in theaters the year my mom died. That's where I was at. I just, I could not try to smile. I could not try to just be all happy-go-lucky and holly jolly. I just wanted to watch people get murdered. So Sweeney Todd it was. Yes, I do have the car keys. Treats for Morgan for Christmas.
Hello, everyone. I'm gross.
You're not gross.
I feel so gross right now. I'm sweaty.
You're in your Princess Bride shirt. Look at his Princess Bride shirt. As you wish.
She got me this shirt. This is one of my favorite shirts. So.
That was a Christmas gift one year, too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mwah. I think he's going to the dog. He's still in the basement. No, he's there. Oh. I just got an email for a $205 pledge that says from the Eagle and Owl. Thank you. And now I'm crying for Christmas. So I think that got us to hit our goal. Thank you. That really means a lot. I just wanted to get some pledges and stuff for Christmas. I'll explain later, but thank you. Thank you. Sweeney Todd and Die Hard are Christmas movies. I don't think Sweeney Todd's a Christmas movie, and I never really liked Die Hard. I watched it once and didn't really care. T says, bless whoever sent that. Indeed. I don't know whether or not they wanted to have their name said, so I won't unless they want to. This is why I love you guys. Oh my gosh, David says Die Hard is the best Christmas movie. Ho ho ho, I have machine gun. We just watched Violent Night today. That was our Christmas machine gun. I do watch Love Hard. It's a Christmas movie on Netflix, and it's a play off Love Actually, which I've never seen, and Die Hard, which I've seen once, but I really, really, really love this movie. It's a rom-com, and I usually hate rom-coms, but this one really, really made me laugh. There's a song in there that I think is amazing. I think I'm going to wait. When's our next Patreon streams this coming weekend, right? I know it'll be a little late, but I think we need to listen to that song on our Patreon stream. So, Christmas in Handcuffs, is that an adult film? Because that sounds like an adult film. I'm just saying. I have seen Warm Bodies. Actually, we just watched Warm Bodies for Halloween. Aaron had never seen it, so I had him watch it for Halloween. I love Warm Bodies. It's not Monday, it's Sunday, Katie. Well, you guys got to have this end on seeing me be an emotional mess. Bryson, are you still here? Okay. I thought Bryson went with Aaron. It hasn't come out yet. Steve.
It's 6:30, remember?
Oh yeah. We just got another pledge.
Dang.
Can't give as much this time, apparently. I have to buy presents for some kiddos. Hope it helps. You really do a miracle. You don't realize it yet.
Did you notice Ash cards, right? The one before that?
Ash is what?
$20 one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Steve. Bryson, I'm going to need you to wipe my tears. I need a tissue. Thank you.
All we have is toilet paper, though.
It's the same diff.
Yeah.
I actually hate that time. It's a comedy with Melissa Joan Hart. Oh, Sabrina! Yay! Ramblin' Amanda is blubbering Amanda, absolutely. I am sorry if I came off as blubbering today. You guys have no idea how much it means that somebody believes in me. Oh, thank you.
You said to get you something.
I did.
Or this one. You can have this.
No, that would scratch my eyeballs out. Please don't. I'm already... Actually, I don't think you could see it, but I did somehow, for whatever reason, get some kind of rash on my eyelash. Ash. Send Ash some love for me, Brayton. Everybody needs your love, too.
I'll find his address. Or her address.
Ash's.
I'll find Ash's address.
We have her address because she's gotten books from Pango.
Okay,
before.
then I'll thank her and love her.
People do care. There is good in the world.
Yep.
Did he take Aurora?
Mm-hmm.
And we should bring Morgan up here. I think everybody needs some Morgan love right now.
Eating,
who wants Morgan love? Actually, Morgan just ate. I love you guys. Okay, I'm a little less bah humbug. We love you too, Ash. Guys, wait for this. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Cute sweater.
The mother's learning from the child.
Oh, we can't flash. We can't flash the quad.
Look at Morgan in her little sweater. Christmas puppy. Christmas puppy.
You have
you have something in your hair, buddy. You have a little fuzzy on the side of your head.
Oops, fuzzies.
I did the mom thing, guys. I did the
No,
mom
the mom
thing.
thing is you got dirt on your face.
Yeah. Come here.
No.
Tell me that grandmas don't do that. Grandmas totally do that.
Grandma did that to me once.
Yeah, my grandma did that to me once too.
I can give you my 25 cents. Aurora will give you her quarter that she has.
Why does Aurora have a quarter?
Because she has her little quarter for one of her pockets. She has this little jacket thing that me and Aaron. She has this little cute little overalls, and there's a little pocket, and then she had two other pockets. And I found a quarter, or I had 75 cents. We put a quarter in each of her pockets, and it was she had 75 cents.
Y'all, Aurora is going to be 8 months old in 9 days. Y'all,
Stop saying y'all.
This kid is as tall as me now.
Oh, yeah, you ready?
Honey Bunches of Oats. I grew up in Missouri, so it's very much y'all too.
Okay.
Y'all two want to do this? Yeah.
Back up a little bit. We gotta.
I guess since we met the pledge goal, y'all can watch me weep some more here.
See, Morgan's my height.
Look at this.
Wait, I'm actually taller than you. Look at this.
Just gonna. I'm getting beat up.
You're the one that started.
So yeah, I'm going to weep silently now.
Hey, you wanna?
I grew up in Tennessee. I say y'all.
Hey, you should go out there. I think there's a bee up there.
He has to be 5'4" because I'm 5'4". So, T. Montgomery, you hush your mouth, T. Montgomery. You need to get all the way off my back right now. Hold me back, Brayson. Hold me back.
You can't.
Hold
You
me
can't.
back.
You can't attack him.
Wait. Let's reenact the Jake Paul thing here. Here. You get there and you come toward me. Nope. Nope. Just gonna run over here. Nope. Gonna run over here. Nope. Run over here.
Hey, you wanna? I think there's a bee out
Steve
there.
wants to know what 6'7" means. They don't know.
They add for the word of the year. They actually added it into the dictionary, and it literally means nothing. Its description is also my hair's a mess right now.
Can I please
It
get off
means
this
nothing.
planet now?
Yeah.
Can I just get off the planet?
Whoa.
Can you take Morgan outside, please?
Yeah.
I think she needs to potty because she ate right before this.
No, wait. I took her potty like.
You hush your mouth. Prisoner of execution. You just need to.
Maybe you should take Morgan's potty.
No, you gotta take her. I'm trying to hold on here for a moment, but we did meet our pledge. Y'all heard that, right? Zebulon, have you been in here before? Cool, generous. Wow, happy holidays. This channel is part of people's holiday magic and joy. You have no idea. I actually felt some Christmas joy. I think a couple of years ago, I've talked about this before, but a few years ago, we were back in Missouri. I was back in my home. Not my home anymore, but it was my home. Was back in Missouri, and we were driving between my hometown of Lebanon and Springfield, where I was staying with a friend. And we pulled off and we just figured, you know what? We just want to look at the stars where there's not a lot of light pollution. We don't get that here in Phoenix. And in the cities, we didn't really get that either. But between the cities, we thought, So we pull off and I said, Mom, I just need a sign from you for Christmas right now. I need to feel that energy from you for Christmas. And I kid you not, seconds later, the brightest shooting star I've ever seen in my entire life shot across the sky where Aaron and I were both happened to be looking at the exact same time. And Aaron had a painting commissioned for it called A Mother's Approval a few years ago for my birthday. One of the most special gifts I've ever gotten. But that was the closest I've ever got to a Christmas miracle, but I'm really feeling some Christmas love and energy. I'm not going to lie. This is the last thing I will really share. Then we can wind down. If you guys, like I said, have more wins or struggles or pledges, let's get them in. I do have to end here in a few minutes, but so I'm really struggling because I don't really have my parents, obviously, and I'm not feeling accepted by Aaron's parents and stuff. And I had my 3 friends abandon me. So Christmas has been really rough. And so you have no idea what it means to feel any level of family and love right now. Because even though I have, like I said, I have Aurora, I have Aaron, I have Bryston, I have my cousin Stu. It's been a challenge. And I found myself earlier crying during Violent Night because they were talking, the little girl was talking about how she just wanted her mom and dad back together for Christmas and stuff. And I said, all I want is my sister back. All I want is Tracy to come around. And and make things right. You know, I just want to know that I'm worth fighting for. I want to know that she cares. I want to know that she didn't just throw me away. I want to know that she regrets that. She wants to make it right. That's what I want for Christmas, but I am happy that I got to come in here today and connect with you guys. I wasn't really feeling much Christmas spirit, and you guys really lifted my Christmas spirit, so thank you for that. I like Nickelback. I know Nickelback gets a lot of crap. You should go get the painting. Bryston, are you still listening? Bryston! Can you bring me the painting on the wall of the shooting star? Steve says, we can say all day that we're here from you, but what you feel is wanting and not what we know. Time and friends is the best therapy. That's why I keep showing up here, you know? The painting between the living room and the kitchen of the shooting star, of me and Aaron looking at the shooting star. Well, their loss, you're amazing. You've helped so many just being you, giving great advice. I mean, that's all I can be is me. This is pretty crazy. I don't know if it's kind of dark, so I don't know how visible it is.
Oh, that looks really.
But that, wrong side. That is Aaron and me, and that is obviously the shooting star. But he went as far as to trace the star patterns of that night. So the star patterns were actually fairly accurate for that night. So it was very planned out and stuff. So this is a painting called A Mother's Approval of the moment in Missouri where we saw the shooting star that may or may not have been my mom saying hi. Seconds after, I had just wished for a Christmas sign from my mom. Do you bring Morgan back in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can go hang that back up if you will, please, and thank you.
Okay. Splinter I got for you.
Oh no, Bryson got a splinter. Making other guys look bad. Aaron is pretty amazing. I keep holding on. I keep saying, I just want to hang out. I just want to have a Christmas celebration with everybody.
It's either we go or I stab you with these tweezers.
Bryston, no violence.
Oops.
I know that watching Violent Night has, now triggered you violence. Well, you're not going to be able to pull me up a chimney, are you?
I said sledgehammer.
I mean, you could lift a sledgehammer, my dude.
You should react to every death to that movie.
Has anybody else in here watched Violent Night? And if you have watched Violent Night, are you a fan of the channel Dead Meat? I'm curious, go. Because I want to know if I'm the only person who sat here and wondered what the golden chainsaw would be because James A. Janice has refused to cover this movie for 3 years. Sorry.
Almost 4 years.
Oh, guys. I feel like the channel is probably going to weep. So, Bryson, was it yesterday you asked me if I'd heard the song Thunderstruck? And I said no. And then realized after he started singing it, oh, wait, I reacted to that on the channel. And now I feel awful. Yes, to YouTube. It's with David, what's his name? The guy from Stranger Things. I don't remember his name either, but yes.
David Jones.
Oh, carolers came by Ganja's house at 11 o'clock at night. Oh, no.
Came by who?
This person in my stream, Ganja, the carolers came by his house at 11 o'clock. Oh, no. Our neighbor the other night was revving motorcycles just before midnight, and it woke Aurora up. Oh, sir. I was about to go throw down. So, yeah, I would not be thrilled. Hey, can you take the painting and hang it back up? I would not be thrilled. My sleep is my sleep. If whatever douchey things you do during the day, that's on you. But my sleep is my sleep, and I will end you if you take that away from me. No, it's not on Netflix. Violent Night's not on Netflix. Steve says people just shoot off guns and fireworks here like all year long. Oh no, that would not work for me. David Harbour, thank you. There you go. He played in The Equalizer. Thank you. Yes. God just spray them with water. God just says I sprayed them with a water hose. Okay, that's not kind, but I understand. I understand where you're coming from. Well, I do love you guys so very much. I'm glad that I was able to spend a little bit of Christmas time with you. I want to maybe... Is there anything we should do for Christmas week? Anything special we should do for Christmas week? I hadn't really thought about it. I do have a reaction plan for this week. It's not at all Christmas related, but I feel like it might be a gift to some people. But if there's something that you guys can think that we can do, even if it's maybe a 15-minute stream this week or something like a short little stream that we can do just to have some extra Christmas energy, I'm definitely open to ideas. So let me know in the comments of this video or send me an email or message me on Instagram or come comment on a video on TikTok. Plenty of ways to connect with me. But yeah, like I said, building my TikTok now. So I'm going to be real transparent. I'm trying to get a book deal. And unfortunately, you have to have certain numbers on social media to get that. So I have to hit 100,000 here and 10,000 on TikTok. Very bare minimum if I even want a fighting chance of getting signed. So I have till the end of January. So I'm really trying to post and really trying to encourage people to share and stuff to get those numbers up. So fingers crossed that we have some kind of YouTube miracle here to get that up. But at this time, if you can follow on TikTok, share the videos here from YouTube, that would be a big help. I have gone to the dark side, but I'm trying to bring some light to the dark side. Think of me, no, you know, I'm not going to do that. I was going to say, think of me like Schindler, where I'm in the dark and trying to bring light, but I don't want to make any parallels to that because I'm definitely not on that level. I will never do that much good in my lifetime. But that was the only thing I could think of. That was the only example I could think of dark, of the grand light in the darkness. Oh, just got a message from someone here in the community, but yeah. 224. Sorry, got a message from someone. I really do hope that you guys are able to have as happy holidays as you can, whatever that looks like for you. Again, remember that you're not obligated to go to all the celebrations and stuff. You're not obligated to do anything crazy. You know, you're not obligated to be happy. If you want to watch Violent Night or Sweeney Todd or whatever the case is, if you don't want to celebrate at all, that's okay. If you just want to go have some extra cookies, that's okay. If you just need to wrap in a blanket and drink some cocoa and cry, that's okay. I just want to give you permission that you do not have to show up in a special way for the holidays. So whatever it looks like for you, I hope you have a very happy holidays with your family. Expect at least one more reaction here before Christmas. So a little early Christmas present. Like I said, it would really help if you shared these videos, not the stream, but shared my reaction, shared the influencer videos and stuff. So hopefully we can bring some more people into the community. I have my work cut out for me, so I'm really trying to do as much as I can to try and hit that goal by the end of January. And just like, you know, we came in last minute here and hit this goal, I'm trying so hard to have atheist faith that things will work out and that we'll get there, and that we'll be able to help more people. So thank you. Yes, it is Jeffrey Dahmer. So thank you guys very much for helping me meet the goal, for giving me some Christmas spirit, some Christmas energy. I hope I was able to do the same. I hope me and Jeffrey Dahmer were able to give you some Christmas love. If you are needing just extra energy or space, feel free to message me and I'll do my best to hold space for you. But if you're wanting to pledge after the fact, if you're watching this and you're wanting to do a Christmas pledge after the fact, the information on how to do so is below. You can also check out my Poshmark, my Pango. Poshmark is mostly clothes with some collectibles and other stuff. Pango is my little bookstore that I have. I really enjoy doing those things. So, but I really do send you guys all of the holiday love, and I will see you again real soon. I will say we do have a Patreon stream, a Patreon Zoom call coming up next weekend. So for all of those cubs, I will see you guys then. If you guys want to join in on that, the information for that is in my video descriptions as well. I love you guys so much.